Welcome to the Aries Training Facility. Our goal is to offer everyone a safe and fun shooting experience. We're committed to supporting firearm education, promoting recreational and tactical gun shooting, and to encourage safe handling of firearms. Safety shall be the governing consideration at all times. The Range Safety Officer, the RSO, is in charge of the operation of the range. Range rules and RSO commands must be accepted and followed. If you have any questions or doubts, err on the side of caution and ask the RSO for help. We love new shooters and gun owners at Aries. We want everyone to feel safe and comfortable shooting. We're happy to help as much as possible. You can get more information about training and classes at the check-in desk or on our website. Any person that is instructing or other businesses that wish to use the facilities for organized firearm training activities must get approval from the range managers of Aries Training Facility. They must show proof of certifications and insurance. Before you arrive, make sure your guns are either properly holstered for open or concealed carry, or unloaded, chamber cleared, and locked back without a magazine. It is not required, but greatly appreciated if your guns are cased and chamber flags are used. When you arrive, please park in the parking lot. Do not drive or park on the grass. You might get stuck. Stay on the hard surface. Do not handle guns in the parking lot. Only handle guns on the firing line. I know you're excited to show your friends your new toy, but please wait. Members, guests, visitors, instructors, and students must check in when you arrive. Everyone on Aries property must fill out the waiver, whether they're shooting or not. You can do this on our website or in person at the range. You will need a driver's license or form of identification. Please pay any necessary range fees before you shoot, unless other arrangements have been made. After you check in and pay, you may drive around to unload your stuff. After you unload, please park your car back in the parking lot. Do not leave your car parked by the shooting stalls or pocket berms. The road is a full loop, so you can continue driving around. It is an emergency lane, so please stay to one side so other cars may pass. When you are done shooting, make sure you clean up your area and throw away trash before you leave. Everyone is responsible for their own stuff, so keep an eye on it and make sure you have everything packed up before you leave. Shooters are permitted to fire all legally owned firearms up to and including .50 caliber firearms. Shotguns, rifles, and pistols, including muzzleloaders, must be legal according to all state and federal laws. We allow all legally owned NFA items, including full auto and suppressors. Always have proper documentation with you. Special triggers and accessories must be legal according to state and federal laws. Under no circumstances will any shooter fire tracers or any other exotic ammunition, especially if it poses a fire hazard. Armor-piercing or steel core ammo may only be shot at paper targets. Do not shoot them at our steel targets. They cause damage and are expensive to replace. We have a magnet if you are not sure. Let's talk about range commands used at Aries. Range is hot. This means that shooters may handle their firearms on the firing line. Shooters may begin firing at targets when the range is called hot by the range safety officer. Load only on the firing line. You may also handle your firearms in the ready area, provided that the actions are open or otherwise made safe and pointed down range. At all times, the 4 basic safety rules must be observed. All muzzles should be at the edge of the shooting stall when being fired. Eye and ear protection must be worn during a hot range. Make sure you're paying attention. This is very important.
Range is cold. Cold range.
Range is cold. When you hear the whistle, it means stop shooting and unload all guns.
All firearms are to be cleared, magazines removed, actions open, and made safe. Long guns must be racked, bolts locked back. Handguns may lie on the bench with the actions exposed. After benching your firearms, shooters should step back from the firing line and wait for further instructions. The range safety officer will visually inspect all guns on the firing line before anyone can go down range. When the RSO is satisfied that the line is safe, they will say it's clear to go down range. Do not handle any firearms during a cold range. This is for the safety and comfort of everyone on the line and downrange. No one should go past the 100-yard berm without the RSO's permission. Other intersecting ranges will need to be called cold first. We do not go hot and cold on a set schedule. If you would like the range to go cold to set out a target or bring in a target, just let the RSO know.
Ceasefire. Whenever this command is given, all shooters must immediately stop shooting. Put the guns down on the table, pointed down range, step off the concrete, and wait for further instructions from the range safety officer. This command may be given by anyone who observes an unsafe condition on the range. Ceasefire is used for emergency situations. The range will remain in a ceasefire until the RSO has been able to determine why it was called and if there is a situation that needs to be handled. Please be patient and absolutely no handling of firearms during this time. Aries is family friendly and allows children on the range. Aries loves to encourage the next generation of 2A supporting shooters. We feel it is important to educate children about how to shoot and handle guns safely and responsibly. Children ages 17 and under must have 100% eyes-on supervision while shooting. The adult in charge of watching each child will not be allowed to shoot at the same time as the child. All children must be fitted with eye and ear protection while on the firing line. Earmuffs, earplugs, and safety eyewear are available at the check-in desk. Feel free to bring chairs and a cooler with food and drinks. However, alcoholic beverages and drugs are prohibited on Aries Training Facility property. Here's a quick review of the most common rules. Never point a firearm at anyone for any reason, whether it's loaded or not. Always keep the gun pointed in a safe direction, downrange or down at the ground. Never flag the firing line. Always keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Always keep the gun unloaded until ready to use. Load on the firing line. Always treat every firearm as if it is loaded, whether it's unloaded or not. Know your target and what is beyond it. Bullets should impact bottom half of the dirt berms. Be sure the gun is safe to operate. Know how to use the gun safely. Use only the correct ammunition. Wear appropriate eye and ear protection. Store guns so that they are not accessible to unauthorized persons. Watch your stuff. Be aware that certain types of guns and shooting activities may require additional safety precautions. Check with the RSO.
Let's talk about targets. Aries has hanging steel targets at 100-yard increments for everyone to use. With that said, do not shoot the telephone poles, tires, or fire hose. And do not shoot steel core or armor-piercing ammo at the steel targets. It damages the targets and is expensive to replace. Wooden target stands may be rented from Aries. Please return them when you are done. Personal target stands and steel targets are allowed. Just check with the RSO before putting it out on the range. All steel targets must be hanging. Do not shove them in the dirt or prop them up. They must be hanging at a downward angle and not swing or sway. Glass targets, explosive targets, or any other exotic items or junk may not be used as targets at any time. Sorry, no more tannerite anymore either. All targets are to be removed from downrange when finished shooting, but only during an RSO called cold range. Make sure that when you are shooting, you are hitting your target. Do not shoot other people's targets. If you're shooting our steel, make sure it's the one closest to you. Do not shoot at an angle across the range. Personal steel must be set out at an appropriate distance. Check with the RSO. Usually it's 25 yards for pistol calibers and 100 yards for rifle calibers. Do not put target stands in front of the tires.
Make sure that when you are shooting, your bullets are impacting the dirt berms. Do not shoot any animals on the property. Please respect the facility and equipment. Clean up your area when you are through shooting and throw away your trash. If you move something, put it back. If you break something, report it so it can be repaired for future use. You're welcome to pick up your casings for reloading, but we ask that you limit it to what you shot, and the range will be happy to clean up the rest of all the shell casings. Make sure you have appropriate eye and ear protection, and it must be worn at all times past the fence in the shooting area. Sunglasses, eyeglasses, or shooting glasses will work. See the check-in desk if you need to rent or buy some. Any firearm that has a live round stuck in the chamber needs to be made inoperable before leaving the fire line and or working on the gun. A broken firearm must be unloaded and removed from the firing line. It should be taken to a qualified gunsmith for repair. Any shooter who is having a problem with a firearm should flag down a range safety officer to notify them of the situation and ask for help if necessary. If you have a malfunction or a stoppage, the shooter must wait full 30 seconds with firearm pointed downrange before determining the problem. This is to avoid an unexpected discharge of the firearm. Thank you for paying attention. We want everyone to have a safe and fun shooting experience every time you visit us. For more information about memberships, training classes, and the range, you can visit our website at www.ariestrainingfacility.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We appreciate good reviews on Google, Yelp, TripAdvisor, Facebook, and everywhere else. Thank you for shooting with us.